Good evening to you all, Khotso bana ba ntate. At the hope you won't say to me, Tate Mabunda ke slave driver, is a workaholic. Those are the few things we keep ourselves busy with. We know we don't associate that much with the outside world, but in any case, you can do it in your own pace whenever you're free. What I want us to look at is the work which you was given to you in a form of proposal. So I did go through the marking, and it's not impressive at all. But for the first attempt, I think it was a good effort. Without further waste of time, let me go through to the folder where those things are, and we look at fewer examples. What I did with this is I removed your names so that I can be able to send everything onto your WhatsApp group. You won't know who each document belong to, but you'll have an opportunity to see corrections for different scenarios. Okay, we think we're ready now. We may start. I want to open one, and then we'll go through it. So it was attempt 1, and those which are marked are there. You see, I renamed the files just to numbers. I marked up to 9, those which came on time. And now let's look at the randomly. There are people who did well and those who didn't do well. I will just pick one randomly. Maybe I'll take 5 and see what happened there. So we open 5. I wanted to preview those things so that I see those who scored the higher marks. Yes, I got the one who scored a good mark as well. You see now, that's marked on green. The reason being that his document is darker, so on his document. Now, if you look at this, my expectation was, though it might not have been said, is to, in your proposal, have your name and your supervisor name, which is myself, and the institution. I don't expect you to write a IPAC for the institute. In your question paper, if you remember, we wrote Department of Solar Energy, something like that, right? Or Shubugani, it's fine. It's a standard way of doing a cover page for a report, which you must get used to. So now, here for this candidate, I think only the candidate can recognize if his or her script. The title there is 12-volt alternative power supply for load shedding. That alternate is a term which you can use to refer, it's a reserved word, something which you can use for perhaps for AC. So, well, I'm not happy with it being used there, honestly, because it might give a wrong impression. This is purely DC power supply, so it might give confusion there. But then, irrespective, with the names, institute, and supervisor missing, and with the effort for the title, I gave it, just said, be careful. I know it's not spelled well there. I'm bad with spelling. Be careful of the term alternate. Might mean something different, as I explained. So with that effort, we gave that mark 4 out of 10. So this whole section was 10 marks, and we gave the mark of 4. And then we go to abstract. this is a good abstract. He earned himself 8 out of 10, which is exceptionally well. But let's see what was done to get to that mark. South Africa is currently experiencing unstable connection of electricity. So this is the motivation, right? And that comes on the form of load shedding. So it's a nice introduction. Now, this leads to interruption during church service. So to our point now, church service are interrupted. There's no doubt about it. Now, then there's a solution here. This project aimed to implement. So there was a background on an abstract, which is followed by the solution, which is to do a 12-volt power that will be powering lights whenever there is no electricity. And if we look at that, there is also the keyword results. There's conclusion there. So the proposal is the abstract of the proposal is inclusive of the background. It has got the solution, and it has got the results. That's precisely what we wanted. After that, problem statement. I said to the point there. That's another impressive one. Shortage of power during church service due to load shedding. So that's it. That's why we should do that. Load shedding can disrupt churches. Okay, 8 out of 10. Objective will function as a backup when load shedding strikes. So that's another good objective. So this is achievable. Our results must be able to show that whenever load shedding there, the system will be able to take over. Similar studies. Yeah, I've added something, background and similar studies. There are a few things here that was not impressive from the candidate side. I see now there are industries. Now you are building a product. You're not developing a system which you're going to use in an industry. Now, how can you say it's similar? For sure, you have seen shops that sells solar light. Those solar lights, something which you can compare to your product. Talk about them. You've seen people carrying battery banks to recharge their phones when they are out. So why don't you talk about simple thing like battery bank? And many other portable solar devices where which are at the same level as that. So it said there, I need more. So, and still there are a few things here, right? I was saying to you that I've improved this to similar studies and background. Now to design a solar, your area must be a good recipient of irradiance. So you need to tell us why you consider solar in terms of your roof. Is it able to receive solar energy for a longer period? Tell us your location, GPS location, and state if your roof is not obstructed by mountains, other buildings, terrain such as trees. If you will have a space to put the solar in a way that it will better receive the irradiance throughout the day, we need to know that. Method, block diagram, that's fine. But now, to our disappointment, there are other things like budget, results, which are not there, conclusion, which are not there, marks for free, and they were led down to the drain. This candidate could even have been got maybe around distinctions, 73. It started well, but then I'm not sure, maybe I'm missing a page. That's how it ended up. Time is not with us. I'll just look at now attempt 2, how you're gonna be doing it. Now in attempt 1, basically you have to take a pen and a paper, write it down, or your laptop, type it in Word, or in your phone, type it in a notepad, and then you submit, which has been a hassle. Now we wanna make a standard way for a second attempt. We're gonna use like you gave me the feedback for the courses. You've done that. So no excuse. And you apply it in the same way. So I will make a Google form, which you will have to follow. So now, once the Google form is ready, it will be sent via a WhatsApp to your group. So you have the link. So say, suppose this is the link. You open the link and it's loading. We're waiting for it. Loading. The PC is slow now. So here is the template. Now everyone will have, or all of you will have, the same format of a proposal. Some other things are already completed for you. I mentioned the supervisor name to be completed, so it's already there. Now, what you have to do, you have to fill in whatever is required. It will be shown by the asterisk. Everything is required. So first thing, it asks you for the email. Let's say this is your email. You put it. And then from there, type in capital letters. Now, it automatically filled in other things when I took it. So you need to be careful when you use the thing. It took a phone number which is associated with it, which is not good. But now, yeah, give the project the title. So this is the space for a title. Select keywords from solar, load shedding, cell phone charging, DC, 12 volts, backup, uninterruptible, and so forth. Guys, you don't have to do the same as mine. There are many combinations you can use. 12 volts. Oh, I once used 12 volt. I can just go DC, backup, unit, for. Oh, they say use caps. That's the thing. We need to DC, follow instruction, backup, unit, for emergency. Emergency is not mentioned there. Supply. During load. Is there load shedding? Load shedding. You need to avoid using more than 12 words. So it's DC1, backup 2, unit 3, 4, 5, 6. That's supposed to be 4, 7, 8. Yeah. So this is my topic. DC backup unit for emergency supply. Oh, during load shedding. During was right. So you need to read your topic. So one more thing is, don't submit the form until you convince everything is okay. Because once you submit, you might have to go back and change. So read again and again everything. Make sure you are satisfied, and then you submit. Alternatively, you can look at the form, all of it, print it, and then from there, save it as a PDF, look at it, and then complete it once you enough. So those are the things. Now, the second one is student detail. Well, myself there, you put your title so that I can know if who is, whether how to address you. I will be able to address your problem properly. We don't want to use he stroke she. I must know who I talk to. Doctor. It's no longer caps here. Let's fix that. Right. Now, Surname. Right. Now the abstract is telling you now. You've see or you've yet my suggestion for the abstract. Now it says 700 characters and above. Firstly, you must say what motivated you. Describe your system relating to your problem and summarize its performance, which are the results. So you type all those things. I don't want to retype that story of load shedding. You've seen it. It's there in your examples, those which are marked. Go through the best and then don't copy, because once you copy, I'll give you a negative marks. In some instances, yes, when I see it's copied, I give negative marks. Background and similar project you fill in, but now you see now you must use more than 700 characters or more, or 700 characters or more, and then to describe the related products. And those are like the likes of commercial solar lights, portable fans, and you must say now those things are there, similar to yours. Why are you not using them? You must state that. Now we go to the problem statement. 3 lines is enough. And then from there, describe the negative impact of load shedding. So that's the reason, the negative impact of that makes you do this project. But only refer to instances which you can solve, right? Now the objective, what are you really doing yourself? Tell us. Now the methods, you must have beforehand a diagram, block diagram, which you're gonna add there. When you add, it can take you straight to the camera. Let's say add file there. You see, you have got a smartphone. Select file from a drive. No, this one, it doesn't take me to the camera. I think on a cell phone, it can take you to the camera. Let's see this. Let's explore this. My drive. And there is no option here to take straight from the camera. So it means now, if you're using a computer like me, you will have to beforehand shoot the photo. Then you can add file, and then you browse for the location of your diagram. And then from there, you can name it Annexure 1, or even Figure 1 is still acceptable. But then in your description, one is to say Annexure 1, because you'll have to describe how it works. That's how we're going to refer to it, reference to it, and say Annexure 1 if it's Annexure 1. Then if it's Figure, you're going to say Figure 1. You describe how it works there by using 100 characters or more. So what you realize, if I was to mark this, that diagram will be 5 and this one will be 5. Now, anticipated results. I've guided you, enough guidance for you now. This is a table. Now, these are the conditions. Time of the day, the conditions on the sky. So now clear sky and the daytime. So if it's clear sky, it's daytime. The battery will charge because there is solar. Then you tick. And then what else will you have? Solar can supply your load directly. That's fine. But now, once you have solar supplying directly, you don't need a battery. So that you don't tick. And the system, is it active? It's working. You tick. You say no. Just tell us. Very simple. Now, cloudy day, and then battery is full. If it's cloudy, the battery is there, it's going to use the battery, but it cannot charge. And then it can't use solar because it's not there. The system is also active. Now, night, battery is full. It's the same thing there. System is active and the battery will supply. Clear sky, battery is low. It doesn't matter. It will charge the battery which was low. And then from there, solar can supply the load directly. and the system is active, so it's the same as the other one. Cloudy day, battery is low. No, now the system won't be well work. They won't be charging. There won't be any supply because the battery is not there and the solar is not there. Same thing if this, even if it was at night, same thing. So now you have to explain now when this what you have there. When is your system active? But now, whichever way, whenever the load shedding hits, because it's just lasts for a few hours, more likely the battery will be full, it will work. So that's what you need to put in your discussions there. Right. And then the budget. You can do your budget on Excel, on Word, create tables, and then you upload their file here. Actually, it would be nice for you to do it as a PDF doc or a picture. So you add a file like the other one. You follow the prompts here and you get it. Now, time plan. This is the same as the draft. You choose what you're going to be doing. Those are the items to be done. When will you do it? Draft proposal. We started with it. We are doing it. We're going to still do it next week. But that is the first part. Then the second draft will come next week. And the final proposal, I expect it next week. You don't copy that, you plan according to your preliminary study. There you can do this. It's going to be more if you put that on 1 week. So you can reserve it for week 3. And then at the same time, perhaps you start drafting your circuit as you study, you do circuits. And week 4, you might, that's going to be enough for that. And that diagrams and preliminary study in 1 week is less. I mean, you can also start assembling circuit if you have, which you can, every time we'll draw diagrams, of course. Perhaps you can still do studies. You can still continue assemble. And then now your report, you will report your project. You can start there. And then from there, you continue. But every time when you assemble, you're going to be drawing diagrams. Preliminary studies is no longer there. And then from there, you reserve the last week, which is going to be deployment. Because perhaps when you deploy, you might have to go and fix your technical report. So now these are the weeks and the activities which are relevant to that. Then you come and conclude. Conclude well. Look at your results, what you do, and check back. Does the results support your objective? Does the results go with your topic? So you don't just conclude about anything. And then you read everything. You can even print. So once that everything is satisfied, and then from there you can submit. Don't come to me and say submitted by the errors. And then once you submit it will come to me, and then this will be in the same form. Let's preview perhaps and see how it will look like. Now, I will have to check one form which was done. So let me go out of this. We just want to see how it looks. All right, so when it comes to me, I can put everything in Word. I'll have to open up Word there. I can copy the form and paste it in Word. It's opening. Right, this is somehow edited on Word. So I can copy it, give it a slight edit. And you, unfortunately, in your case, I can send you your form, and then you edit it on Word if you want to do that. You see now how nice the last meant. There's my supervisor name. There's your email address. And there is your title. And there's your name. And there's your abstract. Well presented. So that's what that's how it comes. You just only have to do the right thing. Most importantly, look at the results. Clear sky, the battery is charging, and then the solar is supplying the load directly, and the system is active. The budget, it has been uploaded, the price list, and that circuit which was uploaded, that is. Yeah. And we look at the time plan. Look at this, very nice. That proposal is on week 1, another second proposal week 2, final proposal week 3, preliminary study is there. So very, very, very well presented. So you'll see, you'll come up with the same type of layout, but different content. I don't think it's gonna go much better than that. So that is Buntatele Wume. A re tlogeleng o tshameka gagolo go WhatsApp nthonyana tse di ska ke tsa go tshameka, re shebeng like mmereko o tlo kgona gore developer. That's the idea of this group. You don't have to do it over weekend. You can do it during the week. But I don't want to, like, you are a big group, so you work on different paces and different times. So if you don't have time now, it's not for you. You can do it during the week. So I'll be sending a video, this sample marked script. Don't get offended if you submitted those scripts don't have names. They won't know who you are. If you didn't do well, again, like I said, it's not the pass of faith. You'll do well on this one. Goodbye.